Hello, today we're going to be working on dividing a fraction by a fraction, but how this lesson is going to be different is our fractions are not going to have the same denominator. So we'll start with an example. I have 3/8 divided by 1/4. How I notice this is different from my other problems is my denominator. That bottom number that tells you how many parts you have as a whole are not the same. So let's start with a picture. My first step, as always, is I draw a model of that first fraction. So I have 3/8, so I'm going to break it up into 8 equal pieces. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I'm going to check just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My numerator, that tells me how many pieces I have. So I'm going to shade in 3 pieces because that's how much I have. Now, my next step is I need to make equal groups. How big are my groups going to be? Well, that's my divisor, my second number. I need to have groups of 1/4. But I don't know how big 1/4 is. So how can I solve that? Because I'm working with 8s. Easy, I have to make an equivalent fraction. So I need to find my least common multiple between my denominators. So I'm going to start with 8 on one side, 4 on the other. My multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24. My multiples of 4 are 4, 8, and 12. And my smallest one is that 8. So I'm going to rewrite my problem. I'm going to change my color so I know this is my new problem I'm writing. 3/8 divided by blank over 8. How did I get this 4 to become an 8? Well, that's easy. I multiplied by 2. Whatever I do to my denominator, I have to do to my numerator. So I'm going to multiply it by 2. 2 times 1, that equals 2. So an equivalent fraction for 1/4 is 2/8. Now I can easily solve this problem. I have 3/8 divided by 2/8. So I'm going to look for those groups of 2/8. Well, here's 1, 2. And I have 1 left over. So I have 1 whole. My numerator is how many parts I have, left over. That's easy, I have 1 part. And my denominator is how many parts equal a whole. Well, I see here's 1 part, 2 parts. So it's 2 for my denominator. So my final answer is this 1 1/2.